Tess? Tess? Thoreau? 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 No! 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 Thoreau! Thoreau! No! Thoreau! No!
Arthur.
Yes.
Arthur.
What?
Are you all right?
Yes. Yes.
You're sure?
Yes. Why?
You're crying.
I'm just tired. It's dry and...
Okay.
Does everyone who dies... Does everyone that dies come here?
No. The Dark World.
Right. And you're sure they all go there?
No. No, I'm not.
Right. The Tooth, the Vanguard, it spoke to us last night just as I was falling asleep.
What did it say?
It said Anna Stanzik.
Anna Stanzik.
Yes! We asked it who Anna was in the letter that Amanda had written.
Well, that didn't give us all that much.
Stanzik? You don't remember?
I don't.
The house. In the wood. After our accident in the baby.
The baby.
God bless this baby Stanzik?
The Wraith.
Yes!
Wait. The name we got from the birth certificate was a child, Eric.
Exactly. This family is part of all of this.
How?
I don't know. But that letter we read, the names, the places, it's all starting to form a web. A puzzle being put together to form a dark and detailed picture of what I don't know.
Okay.
Oh. God, I'm hungry. I wonder if there's anything here.
The cabinets are straight across the room.
Right.
I've been thinking about all of this. I have to wonder what it all means, how it aids us.
It doesn't. Not in a way that I can tell, at least. It's a mystery, John.
Shouldn't we be focusing on our way home?
These people, there's a story here that we have pieces of. If we can understand it...
But it has nothing to do with us.
Well, we don't know that. The coincidences are piling up. You heard those masked men at the end, before we arrived. All of this was predestined. So they said.
Right.
Even that paper had encounters that we had. There's no way they could have known that. Something about this experience thus far, it's been preordained.
Or so we're meant to believe. There's a jar of peaches here in this cupboard.
Brilliant. We don't know. I don't know. I can't deny the words that were written on that paper in the hotel. Coincidence, maybe, but I have to function in the way that whatever happens to us is our own decision. Otherwise, I'll do my head in.
If the man who left this letter, Frank, was also from Arkham and was trapped here, there's no denying that finding him, or at least following his footsteps, is a smart path forward.
Exactly. And even though he failed to protect Emily, there's no certainty that he hadn't escaped. We can't afford to think that bleak.
Despite the logic.
Sure.
In the light of the blue sun, which comes every 2 hours or so, the wind tends to die down. I do not know why. There I can see a cliff on the horizon. It is far away, but tomorrow I will be heading out. Then good luck, Henry, and so on.
Which tells us another thing.
What?
Henry never found this letter.
That's a bit of a leap. He could have just not seen it. We barely did. Or he could have left it.
Possible, but doubtful. Leaving this behind was a risk to even Frank.
Why a risk?
Who knows who could find a letter like this? Obviously, these people made enemies. We were trapped here because, well...
The king desires to be whole again.
Exactly. And I'm not leaving this behind. Anyone could piece together a trail to pick up. Which is exactly what we're going to do.
After a change of clothes.
Ah, right. Yes.
So then Anna Stanzik was the girl Amanda wrote to. The king killed Amanda back in Harper's Hill.
Yes.
Do we think Anna is still alive?
If it took the king this long to track down Amanda, maybe. Remember, these were the 2 girls that left that abandoned house we investigated back in Arkham. The one with the cavern hidden behind the wall and the gateway.
Yes, I remember.
If they've stayed alive this long...
We found Amanda Sarah's name from the newspaper clippings at the library. I wonder why they removed Anna's name. They only said Amanda Cummings and another girl.
I don't know. She grew up in the mansion in the woods. The one with the wraith, she must have lived a terribly complicated life.
Yes. Look, Frank even left you a tie.
That's silly to wear, isn't it?
Depends. Do you feel more or less like yourself when you wear a tie?
I do tend to feel more professional, I guess. And honestly, I haven't felt like myself in a while.
Then I say wear it. At the end of the day, might as well die wearing something you can be buried in.
Why not?
There. Looking like your old self.
Okay, we head to the blue sun as soon as it appears, towards the cliffs. Our goal now is to find Frank, I suppose. If he's no longer there, then we look to find a path he took. If he intended to help Henry, he may have left some clues.
Right.
Wait,
What?
I nearly forgot about the Vanguard.
Arthur, I told you previously, this is not a power to play with. Nothing of value can be...
But it's already told us something valuable.
To whom? It told us who Amanda spoke with.
Yes, and the next person we will be seeking as soon as we get home.
How so?
Don't you understand? This girl, Anna Stanzik, she's our hope. We sought Amanda for answers, but she passed away before we could speak with her.
Arthur.
Anna can help us. Once we're back, we...
Arthur.
What?
Are you sure that's wise?
What do you mean? Of course, she's going to help us.
How do you know that?
I know that because Amanda would have helped us. She never escaped this. She
Died because of us.
did not. She died because of the King in Yellow.
Except he only learned about her through you. Remember?
What? No.
While you were in a coma, he tricked you into telling him about her.
No, that's not it.
Yes, it is, Arthur. You keep putting this unfounded hope onto the shoulders of these people. You don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to save us.
You're trying to save you. If finding Anna brings about her death too, are you able to accept that?
The King killed Amanda.
All right, Arthur. Ask your question. Seek your answers. Find Anna and risk another life. But don't pretend another death wouldn't be on our shoulders.
I suppose you're right. At this point, as much as answers would be beneficial, it's not worth the risk. Plus, I don't actually have anything extremely pressing on my mind. Everything is still sort of ruminating.
Thank you, Arthur.
I'm not doing it for you. But you're welcome. Anyway, I suppose we should leave. Is there anything of use here? Anything else? Anything we could take with us?
Not really. Looking now, I wouldn't be surprised if Frank took some of these things with him.
How do you mean?
Well, a few things here and there are gone. There's a frame missing from the wall.
A picture?
Yes, it looks as though it hung there for some time, too.
I guess he took it as a memento.
Yes, plus there's no jacket or hat on the stand next to the door.
Right.
I didn't think much of it when we arrived, since I just assumed the house was empty. But after finding the peaches, it's clear that this apartment was more or less as it was in the real world.
Strange still. I can't imagine something with this amount of power.
The things that can be accomplished are truly unfathomable.
Wonderful. All right, then.
Luck seems to be with us, Arthur. A bright blue star seems to bathe everything out here in a sharp azure blue. The red sand hills that circled us are rather high. We'll need to climb one.
Okay. I don't miss this heat.
It was nice to be out of it at least for a little while. Much like when we arrived, the desert around us is comprised of tall dunes. While red, they seem dark and almost violet through the filter of the blue star. If it is a star.
What exactly is it?
I have no idea, Arthur.
The top?
Yes. Turn around. There, I see it.
The cliffs?
More than a cliff, it's massive. Like the base of a mountain. How did...
What they appear, or...
I don't know. It's possible the blue light is merely cutting through the heat haze, the shimmering it usually casts upon the desert.
Or this place is truly something with its own set of rules.
I don't know. But we should begin moving. I don't know how long the sun will last.
Right.
Head back down. It's on the far side of the building. I'm not sure how many rules you think exist here.
I just mean to say I'm having a hard time separating what I know from what this place is. It's difficult to divorce my understanding from that of my own solar system.
The one Earth resides in.
Yes. This way?
Yes. It's funny to think of how much you all devote to that planet.
What do you mean? How is that funny?
I've watched a lot of civilizations rise and fall, and all the gods and nightmares you can imagine played games with all of it.
You remember that?
Bits and pieces, Arthur, of course I remember things. Just as you cannot divorce your prior experiences to view this world wholly on its own, I cannot remove myself from my past.
So it's funny to you that I devote myself to that planet.
It's just a concept that I haven't experienced.
Except you are learning about meaning, about connecting.
Yes, I suppose so.
Does no part of you miss where we were?
No.
What about a part of me within you, or rather the part of me that we share?
I guess I can't tell the difference.
Well, then maybe there's...
I suppose I do miss the piano.
The piano?
Yes.
Why? You've never played.
I guess not.
That's very funny.
Why?
I don't know. I guess... I don't know.
You miss the piano.
No. No, I don't.
But you played.
Yes.
A lot?
Yes.
Did you compose songs?
Sometimes, yes. One or two here or there.
Thoreau's song?
Yes, John.
Well, either way, I suppose the feeling of missing the piano is carried over.
Well, I suppose it'll be a little tougher now.
Our finger.
Yes, how does it look?
Not great. The branch is dark. I can't tell if it's just stained with old blood or drawing some from us, but it's taking on a slightly maroon hue.
Does it hurt? I can't...
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Somehow, if we manage to escape the Dreamlands, I doubt we'll be unscathed.
I agree.
I think I see something just over the next dune.
The cliff?
No, that's still a ways away. But it looks like a large object. Maybe a large stone. As we move closer to the cliff, the landscape is changing slightly. The dunes are growing smaller.
I'll be glad to be out of this damn desert.
Oh. The light is changing now.
Well, we'll just have to keep course as best we can.
No, it's something else.
What do you mean?
Something is coming.
What is it?
It's growing in the distance. A dark cloud. Like
A storm?
Yes. Arthur, it's approaching fast.
We need to move now!
Run!
God damn it! Should we turn back?
No, move! Arthur, keep going. Whatever's ahead of us, we can hide behind it.
What is it?
A boat. A large boat, maybe 100 feet long. It's covered in rust and lying more or less upright in the sand.
Okay!
The storm is almost on us. Here it comes. Arthur, there's a break in the hull to your right. Move! Here! Arthur, you're bleeding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The wind has torn some skin off the right side of your face. It's difficult to see out of your right eye. If we had been caught out there.
Well, we said we wouldn't be unscathed. Where are we?
The hull of a large fishing boat, I think. There was a large hole that we entered into. The light is dim from the storm outside, but I think I see a small ladder leading up. It may be partly broken. The rest of the ship is all above us.
Well, we should be able to wait out the storm.
Not curious.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think a moment to rest is ideal.
We're not alone down here. Arthur, you can still make it to the ladder.
It may not see us here. We're against the wall.
I think it's moving.
The ladder. Where is it?
Straight ahead. Are you?
Yes. This way?
Yes. I see it. Growing from where it was coiled in the dark end of the hull. It's large and limbless. It wears a serpent-like hood that stretches out behind its head, elongated ribs of orange and blue.
The ladder, John.
Arthur. It's glowing faintly from cracks in its segmented armor, emitting small swirls of phosphorescent smoke. It's maybe 15 feet long.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yes, there, before you. It's watching us, Arthur. The glowing between its plates is becoming brighter.
Jesus Christ!
Arthur, it's shooting something. Electrical.
I noticed!
Climb!
Jesus!
Arthur, it's still down there. It looks like it's moving slowly.
Fuck! What the hell was it shooting?
Some sort of energy discharge. It came toward us in an arc.
I could feel it in my hands on the ladder. Like lightning. I could feel it burning my hands. Can it get up here?
No, the passage up is too small.
And where are we?
We're in a large cabin area. It's an enclosed space with porthole windows in all directions.
Yes, the storm must be raging outside. I can feel the boat shifting.
There's a door leading out towards the back deck of the boat. It's relatively flimsy looking. Around us are tossed and used mattresses, perhaps a kitchenette at one time. All of it destroyed. This is more or less an open space with a second door leading to the front of the boat, toward what must be the helm.
Well, if it can't get up, then...
Arthur, get back! It's trying to make the hole bigger.
Is there anything up here we can use to fight?
Oh. There's an old metal pole from one of the cots you can try to remove.
Okay, where?
To our left. Down. There. Arthur, I don't know how useful this will be.
Have any better ideas?
It has plates of armor. You'd have to get right between them.
Great. Is this thing...
It's coming loose. Keep pulling. We could brave the storm.
I can still feel the blood on my face, John. We wouldn't last 20 seconds out there.
What if we lured it out?
How?
I don't know, Arthur. Get back! It's almost able to get its head in.
Where is the hole?
Just before us, about 3 feet.
Which end is the shop?
The other.
Okay. When it shows its face, tell me.
All right. Wait. Now! It's electrical, Arthur.
Fuck!
Well,
I don't know.
wait. It stopped.
Where did it go?
I think it left.
You think it properly left, or...
Check outside, through one of the portholes. I can't see through the storm, and not being able to use your other eye is making it very difficult. I don't think it's clever enough to... Arthur, it's breaking down the door! Move back down, quickly!
What now? Is there anything else down here?
It was curled up in the corner.
Which way?
There. No, there.
Well?
Arthur, it wasn't just seeking shelter from the storm. There's a number of eggs here.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Well, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
There's some bent sheet metal here. The sand, it's been well used.
It smells awful.
It looks like there's a pile of refuse to the side. Things it might have thrown up. The engine is back here as well, for the ship.
Okay. And... wait. How rusted is it?
Spotted with rust, but intact for the most part. Why?
Is there a place for fuel?
Get closer. Yes, there is a cap back here.
Quickly. Gasoline.
And,
It's volatile, explosive.
even if it's ancient,
I don't know. But with how conductive this boat is, if we can find a way to leak it.
the side looks rusted. Perhaps we can puncture it. It's broken into the cabin above us. We need to be quick before it realizes. You're kicking it.
We just need a small crack.
It's broken. Gasoline is pouring out. Now what?
We need to be up or down or
Isn't this going to explode?
yes, which is why we need to be above it. I guess.
Arthur, it's back.
Fuck.
The ladder is to your right. Move! It's charging us. Arthur, jump!
Jesus. Is it dead?
I don't know, Arthur. There's smoke coming from below.
That was not a well thought out plan.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
It looks like it's blown a hole clean through the side of the ship. The wind has put most of the fire out. I see the creature. It's not stirring.
let's just call it dead for now.
Are you all right?
Oh, my fingertips. I see it off. I still feel the warm blood on my face from the storm.
Yes, we need to find a way to clean that eye. I'm worried we may lose it.
Brilliant. I wonder if that creature had anything on it.
In what way?
I don't know. Or the pile of refuse down there. It's been out here for some time. Perhaps Frank didn't make it to the cliffs.
You think we should poke around down there some more?
It's an option.
I think we should leave well enough alone and find a way to clean your eye before we lose it.
We'll do that regardless. I'm just saying perhaps we should poke around down there to see if it's truly dead. And there could be any number of clues as to its previous victims.
Arthur, if we lose this eye...
All right.
Thank you.
Is there anything up here we can use? You said this was a sleeping area, more or less.
Less. The ship has been tossed.
As if?
As if it was literally rolled down a dune.
How on earth did something like this end up here?
The same way as us, I assume.
All right. Well, anything that looks like it would hold personal effects.
There are some bags, but... Oh! Lockers! A bank of them lying in the corner to the front of the boat.
The bow.
Right.
Which way?
Right.
Oh.
Almost there.
To transport an entire boat here.
By your feet.
Right.
There are still 3 attached together. One is open and more or less empty. The other 2 are still closed.
What's in this one?
It's been through the ringer. There's a broken mirror, a pair of boots, what looks like a life preserver, and a shaving kit.
No water or any safe liquid?
None that I can see.
All right. What about this one?
Looks like there's a black rain jacket and hat. A box of large hooks. There's a flask here as well.
Well, that's the worst thing we could wash our eye with. Unless... Yeah. No. Not water.
Should we take any of this?
I don't know. I guess so, right?
This is no longer Arkham, nor is it Earth. Things like these, even seemingly mundane items, could end up saving our lives.
I suppose so. Yes. Let's take the lot.
Even the boots.
Well, right. I don't want to weigh us down. Is the raincoat heavy? Feels like it. Let's bring the shaving kit, the hooks, and the flask. Leave the life preserver as well as the other stuff.
All right. The hooks are on the bottom.
The shaving kit?
Near the top of the locker.
Okay. Where else? The, bridge?
Helm?
Yes, right.
To the front of the boat. The right of us some more.
Here?
There's a small door here. It's meant to slide open. The helm is small and enclosed. The glass is still intact. It doesn't look like it's taken nearly as much damage.
What the hell happened here? Besides the boat being brought to the Dreamlands, though I can't imagine why. There are no bodies anywhere either.
No. There seems to be a small set of stairs here that lead toward the front of the boat through a small doorway.
Oh, back to the hull.
No, toward the front of the boat. The hold didn't go any further. This must be something else.
Oh, nothing else in here, though.
Maps, charts.
Where were they? Where was the boat?
I have no real way of knowing. It's in a language I don't recognize. Hesselo Bugt. It could be Danish.
Danish? Huh.
Should we...
Right. The door feels jammed.
Try lifting up before pushing. There.
Brilliant.
These are most definitely the captain's quarters. A small cot lay to the left of the doorway, a simple sink at the foot of it. However, someone has been here.
What?
Not recently, but this was used. Perhaps for a fair amount of time before whoever was here left.
Frank?
I don't think so. There's a small stove that must have been used to cook whatever strange food this person could find. There's a series of drawings on the wall. It looks like it's a map. Like they were charting the desert.
Of course.
They've drawn a number of things. More I don't recognize, however I do see the canyon we passed. To the west of here, it seems.
The cliffs?
Yes, they're here. Close by, but they're crossed out.
How so?
There are lines through them. It may not signify crossed out. I'm not entirely sure what his intention was here. Clearly it wasn't meant for anyone but himself.
Impassable or no longer there, or...?
I don't know, Arthur.
Damn. Is there anything else?
On the map? They've mapped out distances. Perhaps feet, as they're in the thousands. They must have walked in every direction as far as possible, then come back to write their findings. To the south of us, I'd call it, he does indicate something.
Well, what is it?
If I were to guess, it looks like a crude drawing of a flower bulb. But I don't know what that means.
How many feet?
1,600.
Well.
There's something he's drawn beyond the cliffs.
What?
I don't know. It looks like a pillar. But in either direction from the cliffs, he's also drawn skulls.
So the cliffs are crossed out. To meet it and follow it in either direction is death. And beyond that, he's indicated that in thousands of feet in any other direction there's nothing. Other than the flower bulb.
That's what it appears to be.
Huh.
Sounds like the storm is dying now.
All right. He's not here.
No.
Was he met with tragedy, or did he find a way out? Perhaps a way to pass the cliff? What's left in here? Obviously, he left things in the lockers, so...
The room is basic. The desk is riddled with straw-like fibers, thin and hair-like, but long. There's a number of empty cans. There's no food on the stove. The stores of what he must have accumulated are gone. Perhaps he took them with him.
Hair-like fibers.
They seem mundane, though curious.
Does it look like he packed up?
If I were to make an educated guess, yes. It looks as though he's taken a number of things from this room.
All right.
Oh, water! There's water, Arthur. A jug near the desk on the floor.
Oh, brilliant.
The sink is at the foot of the bed. Much better. It's still difficult to see out of, but I can't feel any more sand in it.
Oh, well, that's a load off.
Yes.
All right. This person was trapped here, like us. However, unlike Frank or us, they decided to live here, to find a way to survive.
A smart decision.
Yes, they mapped out a place to the south and to the cliffs, which may or may not be passable. However, Frank headed to those cliffs.
Frank may also have come across this ship.
We don't know how long it's been here.
It definitely looks like he's been here longer than Frank's apartment.
Okay, but still, that's a pretty shaky premise. Whatever is to the south of us was not so important that he didn't come back after finding it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have mapped it out.
It's only 1,600 feet away.
If feet is the operative word, we're assuming that. Besides, the desert is a tricky place in and of itself, and very difficult to navigate.
I think it's worth at least checking out. Who knows what benefit it could be to us.
Right.
Regardless, the storm has ended, and we should move quickly before another one starts up.
Right. Okay. Look, the cliffs will be there. They're not moving.
As far as we know.
Let's see what this flower bulb is. It could be something useful or important.
You're sure?
Yes. We have no real proof that Frank wasn't here, and he may have come to the same conclusion as we did. Perhaps he headed south as well.
All right, then.
Is there anything else we should take from here?
Nothing of any perceived value. Again, it seems like this place was more or less emptied.
Okay. Wait, so... which way is south?
If the map is any indication, the cliffs, the direction we were originally heading, are west of here, the port side of the ship. So if we head straight from the stern, we should be heading south.
Then if we ever want to get to the cliffs...
We just need to head right.
Sounds foolproof.
We also have the blue sunrise to guide us, should we get properly turned around.
True. All right, then.
The door's to your left. The ladder is straight ahead. The creature is clearly dead, crumpled into a blackened, smoldering pile in the corner.
It was close there.
Yes. The hole in the hull is just to your left. The yellow sun is high in the mid-sky again, directly above us.
It's already so hot, I can barely feel the breath moving from my lips.
Well, let's just hope that number was counted in steps. Straight ahead.
If we were lost in the desert,
If?
I mean to say if we had taken the approach that he did and stayed put, how would you have measured distance?
I don't know. I suppose footsteps is a fair measurement, if we're the only ones keeping track.
Should we have stayed by the lake?
No. The king would have found us.
You're certain? He hasn't found us yet.
Yes.
Yet the soldiers did.
I'm not entirely sure, but I assume they didn't need to track us by physical means.
And the king does.
I'm not sure. Perhaps.
Explain.
This is his domain. He is more or less all-powerful here, as if he were a god.
Comforting.
However, as we know, a piece of him, me, is preventing him from becoming whole.
Right.
While I understand that he cannot do certain things, the extent to which he cannot do them is still a mystery. Suffice to say, the last thing we want is for he and I to be reunited.
You mean that?
Of course I do.
So what is our contingency plan?
What do you mean?
Let's say for a moment that the worst should happen. That he should find us. What is our contingency? What do we do?
You mean to prevent him from becoming whole again?
Yes.
I don't know.
Do we end it?
End it? You mean kill yourself?
Yes.
I'm not sure. That may just grant me control of you.
You think?
I'm not entirely certain, but I feel like we are two competing souls, for lack of a better term, trapped inside one body. When you lose control of a part of you, I gain it. Using that logic, if you should lose your entire body, well, I suppose I would take over.
Not if there was nothing left to take over.
You mean?
I mean a bullet through the brain, metaphorically speaking, since we don't have a gun.
Arthur.
Look, if he should come for us, and I cannot stop him, if we cannot stop him, then it's no different to me. I'm dead either way.
You're serious about this?
I don't know. Maybe. Yes, if you reuniting with him means untold death and destruction for any number of people, then why wouldn't I? I have no chance of surviving in any case.
Well, let's do everything we can to make that not a possibility. But, thank you.
Don't thank me yet. That's a big if, followed by some thin coulds and dotted with some proper hopes. My hope is still to get my body back.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
I know. Do you think that's been 1,600 steps?
Shit, I wasn't counting. Why?
Because there's a hole in front of us.
A hole?
It's on an angle downward into the desert, carved into the sandstone rock.
Nothing else around?
No,
Nothing flower bulb shaped?
not that I can see. It is sort of round.
Well, 1,600 isn't a large number. It must be less than a kilometer. And we've been walking less than a kilometer.
It's large enough for us to enter easily without ducking or anything. The walls look, as I said, carved, though fairly smooth. Not like the holes dug into the side of the canyon that house those eggs.
Well, look. We've walked as the crow flies, more or less. There's no reason to think that this person wouldn't have come across this. They didn't mark it on the map, which means perhaps whatever the flower bulb is in there.
Fair.
Besides, I'm keen to have any excuse to get out of the heat.
All right. The ground grows hard a few steps ahead. It's growing dark quickly, Arthur. Grab the lighter. The tunnel splits. Left or right?
Oh. Right for now. We'll keep one hand on the wall so we can retrace.
Stay right.
Again?
Yes. This isn't an easy...
Oh. What is that?
You've stepped into something wet. Bend down. It looks blackish. Almost like oil, though when you pull your foot up it sticks. In the light I can see it has pulp-like fibers beneath the surface.
Fibers?
Arthur, they're moving. Writhing. Tiny, thin creatures in this viscous substance.
Lovely. I think we've overstayed our welcome. Let's leave.
Okay. Back the way we came.
This way?
No. No, Arthur, stop.
What? This was left.
We came in on the right.
And so, if we're turning around, the left is this way.
I'm the one with the eyes. There were two tunnels we came from.
The left is the
in
way
this room, we came from the one on the right. You're confused because the wall turned sharply. Now go back the way we came.
Fine. This way?
Well, now I don't know. You turned too fast. There are 4 small exits in this junction.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not, Arthur. This wouldn't have happened if you were patient and waited for me to tell you where to go.
I was trying...
Quiet. Let me look. Bend down. We may have left footprints in the black ichor we stepped in. What?
What?
Your footprints. They're already being covered by a thin layer of gray moss. It's growing over the floor. Uniformly, as if...
As if to hide the way we came.
Arthur.
What is... Who?
There's no one around us. What are you?
I...
Are you frightened?
Frightened?
You feel frightened.
We just want to leave.
Why?
Because...
You are frightened.
Yes, because we're frightened.
Why? Arthur.
Because we don't know what you are.
Do you wish to see?
No.
Arthur.
Because of what you may be.
Arthur, the moss is growing around us now. It's clinging to the edges of our shoes. It's trying to climb up your leg. Why did you come to me?
Why would you let us leave?
Why did you come to me?
We thought you'd be something else. Something that might help us.
Help you how?
Help us escape the Dreamlands.
Our feet are covered in the moss. Arthur, snap out of it! Why do you want to escape?
Because we don't belong here.
It doesn't want to help us, Arthur. It wants to
We belong back on...
Arthur! You need to leave this place before it's too late.
We belong back on Earth. Can you help us?
Listen to me!